You know, Brumos has had a racing reputation for a long time. We have always been a performance dealership, and it just made sense for Brumos to start a driving school. This is not a racing school, this is just a high-performance driving school to get them to better understand the cars that they bought. The decision was made back in 1984 that we would do a school for our customers so they could enjoy what they bought. We do it monthly basis for our customers that have bought both new and used cars. I think that's pretty unique. Well, we kind of use the process of you learn how to crawl, then you learn how to walk, and then you learn how to run. The first test that we do is a slalom. And it teaches people weight transfer, what they do what happens when they lift their foot off the gas pedal, what happens when they brake. It teaches them car control.
As part of our training process, in every exercise, the first time they go through the exercise in the car, it's with us driving them in their car. And one of the reasons we do that is to show them, all right, I'm going to show you. Not some cars, not a Porsche can do this. Your Porsche can do this. Watch, hop in, let's go.
For the most part, customers just do not drive their cars the way a Porsche was designed and built to perform at. So they come in, they're very nervous. We're all really used to, you know, communicating with customers and getting them to realize that this is not something that's, you know, going to cause them to crash or cause them to hurt themselves or their cars. And then so once they kind of get over that hump, then the learning process starts.
We work from there and then progress up and build into an exercise that shows them what happens when they use the throttle inappropriately in a cornering situation, how to correct for it, how to not make the common mistakes, and how to do the right thing, and let them understand and get comfortable with the fact that if they'll provide the right input to the car will give them the correct result every time. We get them up to the point at the end of the day that they can run a pretty complex course that requires them to go quickly at some points, that requires them to really get rid of speed and do some really tight maneuvering, that puts them into some pretty free fall type of sweepers and things, and makes them again have to pay attention a lot further ahead. The end result of all of it is we want them to be a lot more comfortable with the car. We want them to understand the enormous capabilities of this particular brand of vehicle, because they are quite unique in all of the things that are built into these cars, and they have tremendous capabilities, and hopefully at the end of the day they'll appreciate these, they'll understand them a little better, they'll be able to use it in their everyday driving, make it safer for them, make it more fun to drive the car.
Biggest thing was learning car control. It's something you can never get enough of, and at the same time, in a safe manner, learning how to extract performance from the machine.
By coming down here, taking the driving experience, you are more in tune with your car. It's fun to get out there and just push it and see what you can do.
My confidence was increasing with every single lap and every session of instruction they gave us, and of course all the tips that they would give us in between our runs. It just increased your confidence level with this car. Of course, the car provides a lot of confidence level in itself, but the instruction certainly adds to that and supplements that, to the point where by lunchtime after the first 2 sessions, I was very comfortable in taking this car to limits that I've never taken it to before.
The whole day is just phenomenal. It's something that you can't get anywhere else. Just the experience itself, but the fact that it's Brumos and that Hurley Haywood is there, and I was lucky enough my first time that he was my instructor, and I was in awe. It was like a kid at Christmas, seeing Santa for the first time. Not that he looks like Santa, much better looking. But it was just an amazing experience.
I got to tell you, you can really appreciate what these cars can do when you have somebody of, obviously, of his experience and his talent take that car to the limits. You're like, you know, there's such a gap between what I can do and what he can do with a car, and of course his feel for the road is incredible, and he's so comfortable doing it. You know, it just takes it to, you appreciate that car even more.
You're going to have a lot of fun. The food is good. You know, you meet great friends, fellow customers that have bought Porsches, so they share the same passion that we do and they do. So it's something that they're going to really enjoy the day at.
It's just incredible. You can't get that anywhere else. There might be people who know how to drive cars. There might be DE instructors who really drive cars well, but to have one of the greatest drivers in history as in the room with you, much less as your instructor, it's incredible. It's something I never knew existed. I'm sure most people don't know it exists.
You know, I've had over 40 years of driving experience and racing experience, and I've been teaching school since 1984, so I, you know, find it enjoyable to impart some of my experience into kind of the novice level. And even though they're, you know, Porsche owners and they have a Porsche passion, it's nice to be able to teach them exactly what they've bought so they can enjoy it more.